Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is made possible by Assured Partners, Greg Young of Marshalltown, Lennox Employees Credit Union, Marshalltown Area Chamber, Marshalltown Community College, The Gregors Furniture and Mattress, Sports Plus, Wayward Social, Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown, Marshalltown School District, Scooters of Marshalltown, State Farm, mtownproud.com.
Safety! Dropped in the end zone. It's Niehaus. Feldman, that one will get in. That's a good point right there. A shot coming here. That's a goal. Lifted to left center field. Gets off the warning track into the wall. Transition three. Boom! Knocks that one down. And it's a goal. What a beautiful play. Dutton, look what I found over the first. It's a 3-on-1 all the way. Yes! There he goes.
Your home for the Bobcats, KFJB-TV. Welcome to the countdown to tip-off.
Welcome to Waterloo East High School. It's a new year. Bobcats looking to get things going here tonight as they face off against the Waterloo East Trojans. Brandon Lewis, great to have you along here tonight as the Bobcats open up the second half of the season on the road in Iowa Lions Conference action on a Super Tuesday. David Bragg, our producer, on site. Lincoln Eastman, Keith Stewart on camera here tonight. Boys game coming up in just a little bit, but the girls game is at halftime currently. Waterloo East leading 22-12 over your Marshalltown Bobcats. And we have bonus coverage of the girls game coming up here in a moment. But the boys game looking to be a good one here tonight. These two teams split a year ago in the boys game, with the Bobcats losing on the road, winning at home. Waterloo East Trojans come in 2-4 behind second-year head man Mike Saylor. Meanwhile, Mike Apple in his seventh year. Bobcats 3-4 after getting a win, 56-31, to close out the front half of the schedule. All right, bonus coverage of the girls' game here tonight as we are underway in the second half. Again, the Trojans leading 22-12 right now as the Trojans go inside and miss. Georgia Jansen gets the clear out, and she'll bring it up court. Jansen gets it back on the left wing, will drive into the paint. Over three, Trojans scores it. And in our last game against Fort Dodge, Georgia Jansen was our player of the game. And she's really done a lot of nice things. Had a steal, good amount of points, and rebounds. And right now, Waterloo East loses it out of bounds on the baseline. Be back to the Bobcats. Bobcat ladies are 4-4 coming into tonight. Meanwhile, Waterloo East Trojans had a mark of just 1-4 so far this year. Jansen finds Heitman, a spin around move, left block, can't get it to go. Kinsley Bowie in her return following an ankle injury suffered in the month of December. Good to see her back out there tonight. A three right wing is going to be knocked down. Mahoon knocks that one down and extends the lead for Waterloo East, 25-14. Jaira Mahoon, just a sophomore at 5'8", though. Bowie on the right wing has the basketball. She'll swing it left wing to Hughes, and around the perimeter they go into the corner. Back out to the top to Bowie. High point in the basketball, gets a screen from long, rolls, but it's picked off, and Sienna Cody said her name a lot. She's still only just a junior for this Trojan squad. Mahoon played a good amount of time last year as well. She misses on the left block, and it's cleared out as the Bobcats get it back. Illy Heitman will bring it up court. Spin around on the right block, off the back, misses it. Rebound, put back, she's fouled on the way. Can't get it to go. But with 5:48 in the third quarter, Millie Heitman at the line for 2 free throws. First one is up and good. Millie Heitman is 63% free throw shooter on the season. Second one to come to draw the Cats back within 9. And she does. So big free throws right there as head coach Brian Murphy claps on. And the Trojans work it quickly into the front court. Millie Heitman almost comes up with a steal. Intended for Cody, but Cody dribbles in, kicks out, corner. Back to the free throw line. Almost tipped away by Millie Heitman, but Trojans keep it, and a timeout on the floor. Trojans want a timeout. We'll take one with them. 5.5 minutes to go. Third quarter. This is bonus coverage of the girls' game. It's a 9-point game right here on KFJB-TV. (25-16) is our score. 5.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Three from the left wing, pops in and out, no good. Cody has it, and the Trojans will keep it on an offensive rebound. Back out to the top of the key. Trojans have it. Running the point is Latiker. Latiker's looking left. She's got some cotton, it looks like, in her left ear, as maybe got hit on the ear. Of course, this time of the year, earaches going around. This shot, Waterloo East over the timeline go the Bobcats. Bowie open in transition. She came off of a screen inside. Can't knock down the three, and Long gets tied up with Latiker. Both hit the deck. And we'll see. I believe it's going to be Bobcat basketball. And yeah, Latiker's going to pick up the foul. That will already be her third foul of the night. So baseline left side. Tinsley Bowie will inbound it. Hughes gets the rebound and the putback, and Bobcats back into it after a good start here in the second half. Three, left wing is no good. Grayson Downing trying to knock that one down, can't do it. Bobcats quickly into the front court with Jansen. Crosses over, drives the left wing, bumped on her way in, and a foul coming as Jemiah Caesar, the senior, getting her sixth start of the season here tonight, will commit the foul. And Latiker with that third foul will check out as 3 new Trojans into the game. Bobcats will line it up on the far side as Millie Heitman will inbound. And a good inbound play. Bowie breaks away but picks up her dribble, feeds to Hughes, and it's 2, and it's back within 5. Cody into the front court. Matthews Martin just checked back into the game. She finds the basketball, gets it to Cody, has her pocket picked. Hughes almost got it away. Trojans in the all-whites gather back in, and a miss inside. It's the front of the iron, and Frankie Long finds another rebound. Frankie Long, 71 rebounds coming into tonight. And Millie Heitman with a blow-by. And the Bobcats are back within 3 now. Blocking foul on Jansen. That will be the first Bobcat foul here in the second half. Taking a look at that last scoring play for the Bobcats. Bowie thought she had an opportunity on the inbound pass to just break away and score it, but had the nice dish, finding Hughes for the bucket. Long got in the way of that shot, but able to roll it in. Jemiah Caesar scores it. And so far tonight for Caesar, she has 4. Bowie drives, kicks to Long, near side corner. Hildebrand will try her luck. 3, pops in and out. Trojans almost step out of bounds at the baseline, but they save it. Cody has it. She'll bring it up. Hildebrand has her blow right by. And the shot by Cody blows right by the iron. And the Bobcats with a rebound and a timeout. Timeout, Brian Murphy will take it with him. Bobcats back into this one in the second half. It's 27-22, Trojans on top.
Sportsmanship starts with us.
As a student athlete, I need to model good behavior and represent my school appropriately.
That means respecting my teammates, coaches, opponents, the officials, and fans.
If I do that, so will others, and being a good sport becomes a way of life.
To all of Iowa's student athletes getting ready to compete, remember, sportsmanship starts with us.
(27-22), 2:26 to go, third quarter. Bobcats with the basketball. Brian Murphy called the timeout. Hildebrand, Lott, Long. Heitman inbounds to Jansen. That's a 5 of the floor right now. Heitman over the center court circle into the front court. Got it to Lott, gets it back. Hesitation, drive, and floater is good for Heitman. Heitman with 9 tonight, and we're down to 2 to go in the third. And a pass to nowhere. Not looking were the Trojans. Mahoon had the pass behind her back. Bobcats look at a tie. No, they almost throw it away, and now Jansen bumped. That's going to be a foul. That'll be the 4th of the third quarter for the Trojans. So one more in free throws. Just 1:45 to go, third quarter though. Hughes checks back into the game as Frankie Long will come out. She has 2 fouls on the night. Heitman inbounds into the backcourt to Hildebrand. Hildebrand driving down the left block on the baseline. Picks up her dribble, fires to Jansen, now to Heitman. Hesitation, drives down to the right block, kicks back out. Hildebrand wide open. Off the back of the iron, no good. Oh, that's a travel missed by the officials. Definitely a travel by Matthews Martin, but missed. Now a 3. Pops off the front of the iron, no good. Jansen the rebound. Racing down and couldn't find luck on that 3. 60 seconds to go, third quarter. Bobcats clawing their way back into this one on the road in Iowa Alliance Conference action. Lott had her pocket pick, got the basketball back. And now Jansen has her pocket pick. Latiker trying to take it all the way, stops. Blows the bunny. 2 putbacks are no good, but a push going to be called. I believe Hughes coming in late. Foul's going to come in on Georgia Jansen. That'll be your 3rd of the night. Latiker kind of stepping things out. Looked like maybe that right ankle, she kind of rolled a little bit on that rebound and put back. multiple attempts. First of two is up and good. Here's the second point of the night for Latiker. Still working out that right ankle. Latiker makes both free throws, and it's a 5-point game. Bowie trying to drop it in, but she was covered up by Latiker, so Hughes can't get the basketball, and East loses it going the other way. Bobcats can play for the final shot here if they want. Lily Heitman just trying to do too much right there. Throws it away to Latiker. She'll blow by. Misses the layup again. Those little inside shots have not been her game so far here in the third quarter. Jansen with 4. Now Heitman with 2. Now Bowie with the buzzer. And it's well off the mark. And we'll go to the fourth quarter. Bobcats trailing by 5.
In Iowa, we are fortunate to have a lot of opportunities to get involved in at our schools.
Athletics and activities have so many positive effects.
From learning how to build relationships
and healthy lifestyles,
and gain self-esteem and confidence.
Make participation a priority. You and your school will benefit.
Back at Waterloo East High School, Bobcats trailing on the road by 5 as we play the final 8 here tonight. Bobcats looking to get their victory here tonight and push their record back above 500 as they stand at 4-4 right now, 1-4 for Waterloo East. Hughes, as well as Jansen, Heitman, Hildebrand, and Bowie, the 5 on the floor to begin this fourth quarter. Bobcats 0-3 in their last, or 2-3 in their last 5, but they're on a 3-game losing streak. Bobcats, a loss against Fort Dodge, Mason City, Southeast Polk in the last week of the front half of the schedule in December. Waterloo East, a mixed bag as well. They're just 1-4 in their last 5. Of course, that's what their overall record is. The last game on December 17th, they took on Ames, losing 50-35. That's who the Bobcats will have Friday night inside the Roundhouse. Highway 30 rivalry. Looking forward to that one. Hughes left wing wide open. She opted for the pass. Now Hildebrand with the shot clock running out. And unfortunately Hughes just kind of lost track of where that shot clock was standing at. And we have the world's longest shot clock violation. I think that button on the horn got stuck there. .45 seconds gone in this fourth quarter. Nobody scored just yet. Bobcats force a turnover. Hughes comes up with it. After Jansen got her long arms in there and poked it away, Heitman up to Jansen across the midcourt. Drives inside, uses a glass. It's strong, no good, but it rebounds out to Bowie. And the Bobcats with an offensive rebound. They'll feed into Frankie Long. Double team, good idea, but couldn't execute the pass. She was looking for Hughes. An out of control shot in the paint, but it pays off. Waterloo East able to score it. Good drive to get it past Frankie Long by Mahoon. And she has 11 on the night for Waterloo East. Bowie at the free throw line, spins around to the right block. Dishes out to Frankie Long at the top of the key. She's looking, backdoor cut, and an extra feed as Heitman got it. Feeds to Bowie, three's off the mark. She doesn't like it, couldn't find the net. And East almost throws it away. Mahoon gathers it back in, now throws it away as Hughes comes up with it. Boy, Waterloo East, a lot of turnovers and still with the lead, 31-24. Shot just kind of not going, or Bobcats in some cases. A moment ago, a shot clock violation, couldn't get a shot up. Hughes fouled as she goes inside of the give and go. And that'll mean 2 free throws coming here on the shooting fouls. Hughes will head to the line. First free throw, no good. Waterloo East leads this series 10-2 since 2014. So, yeah, a lot of recent games have gone the way for Waterloo East. They've won 6 in a row. Last time the Bobcats beat Waterloo East, it was back in the 2019 season, 54-37. So Hughes can't get anyone to go there, and Bobcats still in a 6-point hole. 7. My math. Getting back into it here. 3 near side corner, and it's good. Wow. Sienna Cody with a big 3 right there. That extends the lead back to 10 for Waterloo East. Bobcats made some noise coming out of halftime, but haven't been able to find a shot, and Bowie finds it. In response, a 3 from the near side corner. First bucket of the night for Kinsley Bowie after a couple-week layoff due to that ankle injury. Dump it inside to Phillips, feeds out to Cody. Another 3 attempt is no good, Long with the rebound. Here goes Jansen. A 1-on-2, she'll slow it down. She hits the deck, no foul called. Jansen limping back a little bit with her left knee or ankle bothering her. Mahoon, a skip pass, finds Cody. 3 is on the mark. 37-27, timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them.
In Iowa, we are fortunate to have a lot of opportunities to get involved in at our schools.
Athletics and activities have so many positive effects.
From learning how to build relationships
and healthy lifestyles,
And gain self-esteem and confidence.
Make participation a priority. You and your school will benefit.
Waterloo East Trojans looking for their second victory of the season. And the Bobcats with a loss here tonight would drop below the 500 mark. And right now in a 10-point deficit. With 4:15 to go at Waterloo East High School. Well, teams heading back on to Weir-McGraw Court. So Bobcats will have the basketball out of the timeout. Hildebrand over the Trojan logo, controlling the point, dribbles the left wing, picks up her dribble. Now finds Frankie Long, who does not drive. She'll dribble to the top of the key, gets it to Heitman and back to Bowie. Bowie picks up her dribble, hands off to Hildebrand. 5 seconds on the shot clock and a throwaway. I don't know who Hildebrand was looking for, but somebody in the hallway catches that one. And the Trojans have it back, still leading by 10. As we approach 3.5 minutes to go. Phillips posted up against Long, gets the basketball, tries to throw it down to left block, but has her pocket picked as Frankie Long bats it away. Hughes gets it up to Hildebrand. She'll speed ahead. And backdoor she looks for Heitman, but well past her. One-handed passes have not been working out so hot for Hildebrand as she'll check out. And Trojan basketball. Jansen, though, finds a good steal on the far side as she gets it away from Matthews-Martin. Bowie catches it in the front court, feeds it back to Heitman. Extra pass to Jansen. Can't get that three to go as it skims off the iron from the left wing. Cody will push it up court. Feeds to Mahoon. She drives in a blocking foul, I believe, on Jansen. If so, that'll be her fourth. And also in the territory was Kinsley Bowie. She'll pick it up. That's her first of the night. Cody at the line, and the first one will pop in and out, or excuse me, Mahoon at the line. First one pops in and out. So far for her tonight, 11 points. Second one for Mahoon, the sophomore. And that one an air ball, it'll be Bobcat basketball. Heitman with it. Good dish. Finds Frankie for two. Back with an 8. Frankie Long with just 4 points tonight. Bobcat leading scorer is Millie Heitman. She has 9. Sienna Cody for 3. Left wing. She spots it up. That is her spot on the floor. The wings can't knock it down. Bobcats need a bucket. Approaching 2 minutes to go. Jansen finds Heitman. Nothing there. Now back to Jansen. Ball rattling around, and Latiker comes up with it. Mahoon charges down to left block. Bowie will get the blocking. Oh, no, they call a charge. Mahoon stomping. She was shocked by that. I was a little shocked as well because I didn't think Bowie was quite set, but maybe they said Mahoon put the shoulder down a little bit too much. So an 8-point game, a little pressure being put on now by Waterloo East. Hesitation, drive, good play by Jansen as she allowed the defender to kind of slack off right there and drove in, drew the foul. So 2 free throws coming. Jemiah Caesar picks up the foul. That was the last charging foul by Mahoon. Fairly close play, but in the end, they did call Mahoon for that charge. So Jansen knocks down the first, cuts it to 7. And we're back to 6. And a timeout by Brian Murphy. We'll take it with 1:42 to go at Waterloo East High School in the girls' game. Boys' game right around the corner. This is bonus coverage of girls basketball right here on KFJB-TV. Just 1:42 to go in our girls' game tonight on KFJB-TV. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button here tonight to support our broadcast. And make sure you subscribe to get all that KFJB-TV content, as well as turning on those upcoming game notifications and the alerts. So the Bobcats have cut it back down to a 6-point game here in the fourth quarter. Bobcats looking to avoid going below 500 on the season tonight. Waterloo East ball out of the timeout after the main bucket. Get into the front court. Cody's open. 3. Off the mark. Mahoon with a rebound inside. A big swipe inside by Millie Heitman. The shot is no good. And the foul will come in on Nia Lott, who was guarding down low. First free throw good. It's 7-point spread as Mahoon at the line. 12 points now after that made free throw. And the second free throw is no good as Hughes gets the rebound. Mahoon, just a 32% free throw shooter coming in on the season. And a drive inside. Bowie draws the foul as the shot is no good. Definitely the best way to get back into this game is by stopping the clock and getting those free throws. So Kinsley Bowie off for a while with that ankle trouble. On the season so far, 44% free throw shooter for the Bobcats. And the second one is good. 6-point game. See if the Bobcats can get a turnover. Nearly do. Grayson Downing, though, saves it. Gets a tie-up. Now we're going to see a tie-up there, but they say Bowie did commit a foul, her second of the evening. Frankie Long, as well as Ellie Hughes, check back into the game. Final 113. Turnaround jumper. Wow, that one hit all sides of the iron for Caesar. And she's good for 2. Ellie Hughes inside the paint, kicks out to Georgia Jansen, spots up for the 3. It's no good. Millie Heitman saves it from going out of bounds. Went off of Caesar, but Caesar batted it off the leg of Frankie Long. And unfortunately, with a 8-point deficit with just 46 seconds to go now, looking like this one all but over. Mahoon catches the inbound. Bobcats not fouling here. Mahoon drives inside. The leader's good. Surprised we did not see any fouls there. Bobcats would have to commit a couple fouls to get back into it and send Waterloo East to the line. All out of bounds. It'll be Bobcat basketball. Ellie Hughes in and out. Bobcats just can't catch a break here on the road as they will come up short against their rivals in the Waterloo East Trojans in Iowa Lions Conference action here tonight. As they'll just play keep away. Time will run out, and that'll be a final. It's a 10-point victory for Waterloo East. 42-32. As both teams meet at midcourt, Bobcat ladies drop to 4-5. They'll take on Ames coming up Friday night. Meanwhile, for Waterloo East, they improved to 2-4 with the victory here tonight. They're 1-1 in conference games. 42-32, our final from the girls' game. Boys' game is coming up. We'll get you ready for that as you take a look at the guys getting ready to take the floor here at Weir McGraw Court at Waterloo East High School. Coming up, it is our CAC Connection, all brought to you by State Farm, Tyler Prashung Agency in Marshalltown, mtownproud.com, plus our pregame chat with head coach Mike Apple. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
Legends American Grill is the perfect place to watch your favorite team. Enjoy wings, nachos, steaks, and prime rib available on Friday and Saturday nights. It's game on for great food and your favorite drink to wash it down. You like burgers? Legends has fantastic, unique burger creations like this. The Legends Burger. Absolutely delicious. Gather with friends, enjoy your favorite team's games with the NFL Sunday Ticket, and make some memories. Legends American Grill in Marshalltown and our new Newton location, where the game is always on.
Marshalltown Community School District thanks you for voting yes in the referendum to move forward with the plan to remodel and modernize Miller Middle School and the enhancement to Franklin Field. We will continue to provide updates about this exciting project as they move forward in the process. There is so much positive energy for the future. Thanks for saying yes to our students and yes for Marshalltown. To learn more, go to marshalltowncsdfuture.com.
The CAC Connection, sponsored by State Farm, mtownproud.com.
It is our CAC Connection, all brought to you by mtownproud.com. Tyler Prashung, State Farm Agency in Marshalltown, now joined by senior forward for the Marshalltown Bobcats, Will Swartz. Will, so far this year, we've seen you make some tremendous plays on the defensive side of things, some excellent rebounds and some block shots this year. We've really seen you take a step forward this year in your senior season. What do you kind of think has kind of led to that? Is it just comfortability or some things you worked on in the offseason?
I think it's just really finding my role on the team. Like, everyone knows I'm not as quick laterally, that's no secret. But the defensive plays, that's really what it comes down to. People that hustle. I mean, all of our guys obviously hustle, but that's kind of the main factor, I think, for me, is just being aggressive on defense, making the plays I can. Because, yeah, we know I'm not the quickest laterally, so I try my best, but yeah.
Yeah, you may not be the quickest, but boy, I tell you, God gifted you with some height that you use to your advantage out there. So when you're seeing somebody, driving down the paint, what's going through your mind to try to get to that block shot?
I'm just trying to block it, dude. Like, they tell me to wall up. I try my best, but I've drawn a couple fouls that way, and it's fun blocking shots. But yeah.
How good is that feeling when you know you get a piece of that ball?
God, I'm excited. I think it was Mason City game. This dude was taking up for a layup, and I just hacked him. I didn't even touch the ball because I got so excited. But it's a great feeling because, yeah.
And to see it kind of come together here, I know you guys have a few victories on the season and looking for more as the season goes along. But do you have any goals kind of set out for yourself for the rest of your senior season?
I would. I think more rebounds. I think my rebounds have been kind of lacking throughout the year. I mean, I think otherwise, defensive-wise, I think I've been doing an all right job of holding my defender points-wise. Last game, they got a couple threes on me, and I just wasn't ready for that help side. But I think holding my defender off on points and getting more offensive rebounds too, crashing the boards more. But other than that, getting buckets when I can. I know my role. I know we have some really good shooters, some really good drivers, but doing what I can that way. Yep. Yeah.
All right, so you play for head coach Mike Apple. He's a big man, kind of like yourself down low. He former Bobcat himself. He played at the collegiate level. Is there anything you've kind of learned from Coach Apple that you can kind of implement in your game?
I've never seen Coach Apple play. Every practice he always shoots threes, and he's shockingly good at that. And him and Adam Boone are always going at it back and forth, but it's pretty funny. But one thing I've learned is just, like, he's always talking to me about – I've said this a couple times, but just knowing my role. Like, obviously, I'm not scoring a bunch, but trying my best on defense, just getting those hustle plays. Like our last game, it was really those 50-50 balls that came down to the loss there. And I think if we just did a better job rebounding, those 50-50 balls getting on the ground. But other than that dude can shoot threes. That's all I know.
Yeah, that is for sure. All right, is there one team that you always circle on the schedule each and every year that you can't wait until that matchup?
Ames is always fun. Lames is a great team to be at. Mason City is exciting. Or not Mason City.
Fort Dodge.
Wait, no, what am I saying? Mason City, because it's just a faraway game, and I don't know. There's a rivalry there in football. That's pretty fun, but I don't know why about it, but it's just Mason City. It's always great.
Yeah, always a great matchup when those two teams play. All right, senior season, what other activities, things in school you're involved in?
I put other sports. I play a lot of tennis. I've held back on that during the basketball season. I'm going to try and play in a tennis tournament this January because I take a long break, and sometimes you come back better. I don't know why it is, especially for tennis. But school, I only have a couple of classes, so I'm just taking that pretty easily. But I'm really excited for tennis season. I'm excited for basketball season. It's a lot of fun. I'm pretty active that way.
Yeah, that's good. All right, good luck with the backhand, all right?
Yeah, I appreciate it. I need to work on that especially.
Hey, Will Swartz with us here on our Cat Connection, all brought to you by Tyler Prashong Agency, mtownproud.com.
At Tyler Prashong State Farm, we are M-Town Proud.
For us, M-Town Proud is about having absolute pride in the place that we live and work. The people in this community represent everything that I believe in and everything I want to instill in my children.
Hardworking,
Diverse,
genuine,
kind, and passionate.
A blue-collar town that has shown countless times we can depend on each other.
We'd love to talk to you about what makes you
M-Town Proud.
Back in on our countdown to tip-off. It's the second half of the season getting going for the Marshalltown Bobcats as they tip it off tonight against the Trojans of Waterloo East. Now welcome in head coach Mike Apple. Coach, your team got a big victory heading into the break and a big win against the Fort Dodge Dodgers. You had a couple weeks of practice now. How would you kind of assess your team and a step forward with these past couple of weeks to use?
Yeah, it's been a good, really useful 2 weeks. You know, guys have been competing and playing hard in practice, and it's been very productive for us. We're at the point now where we're ready to play somebody else.
You know, when you look at being productive, Kyle Smith, when he's been on this year, you guys have been in that win column, it seems. When he's been off, it's been a tough go of it, especially on the offensive side. How do you kind of even that kind of thing out, or is that just, you know, which way the ball's falling into the hoop on a given night?
Well, I think Kyle's done a lot better job as the season's gone on of understanding, you know, what shots we need him to take and what are good shots and what are bad shots, and not forcing the issue necessarily, trusting his teammates when he needs to. And, you know, and that's progressed throughout the year tremendously.
When you look at your team in those 2 weeks you mentioned, it's been good. We've seen some teams, you know, look really good before the break, and then they come out flat in the second half and vice versa. How do you make sure your team comes out, you know, right out of the gate strong here tonight?
Yeah, we got to have energy and be ready to go, obviously, and you know, I wouldn't expect anything less after this large, you know, this long a break we've had. But you know, ultimately just settling in, you know, not getting too ahead of ourselves too quickly, you know, making the right reads, and then ultimately, you know, getting stops on defense. That's always huge for us to help get us going and get our offense going.
Mike Saylor's the second-year head man for Waterloo East, but this matchup's been fun over the past few years. They've had your number a few times, but you split with them last year, lost on the road here, and then won at home. These have always been tight games. What do you think those games kind of come down to between these two teams?
Well, they're always going to be athletic, and they're always going to be quick, and they're going to have some good guards that have the ability to drive it to the rim. So we got to do a very good job with our transition defense tonight, getting back on defense, getting matched up, slow them down, make it more into a half-court game, and, you know, stop the drive and be able to rebound the basketball.
On the offensive end for you, Drake Gersma, things have been kind of flowing through him when he's out there. But Jamison Niehaus in his last game, he had 4 assists and did a lot of really nice things out there. Do you feel like there's more flexibility now than when you began the season as far as who's running the point and how the offensive flows?
Yeah, I think that just comes with getting used to playing at the varsity level, and guys are settling in and have that ability to make plays and make the right plays and facilitate the basketball and making sure guys are getting open looks. So we're doing a nice job of moving the ball, executing our offense, and ultimately taking high percentage shots to allow us to score.
DeShondis Moore is averaging 15 points per game. Will we see Lamar Johnson on him tonight?
We will. That's a good guess there. Yeah.
Well, what's a challenge for Lamar in that matchup?
He's an athletic guy. He's very skilled with the basketball in his hands. He can get downhill quickly towards that rim. So we got to do a nice job, not only Lamar, but having him have help and being in help side. Along with number 21, who is back. He played last night for his first game. He was one of their better players last year. Kind of those two guys have a real ability to score it at a high level. So our other guys need to be ready to help when they have the ball and try and get it out of their hands as much as we can.
Good luck tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, it's an Iowa Lions Conference matchup here tonight, Super Tuesday. Lineups starting 5 for the Bobcats and the Trojans coming up next when we come back right here on your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV.
Some say life is like a road trip. Is it a coincidence Scooter's Coffee is a drive-thru? We don't think so. Whether you need a coffee while you enjoy the view, to just get you through the long stretch, or to refuel between stops, Scooter's Coffee is there, brewing up delicious coffee, espresso blenders, smoothies, iced drinks, and more, with the convenience of a drive-thru so you can stay on the road and enjoy the ride. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. Scooters in Marshalltown.
You're an empty nester closing in on that retirement property. Chances are your plans didn't include mom moving in, but life happens and you do the right thing. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement means caring for yourself and a loved one, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is sponsored by the Marshalltown School District. Embrace the lead. Scooters of Marshalltown. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. And State Farm. mtownproud.com.
Both teams getting warmed up on Weir McGraw Court tonight as the East High Trojans hosting your Marshalltown Bobcats. Trojans are 2-4. Bobcats are 3-4 as both teams stand at a mark of 1-1 in the Conference of Champions. Time for tonight's starting lineups, all brought to you by Sandvik Enterprises in Marshalltown. Let them deliver for you while we deliver you the starting lineups. First off, for Mike Saylor in his second year for the Trojans, they're averaging 48 points per game. 57 points per game is what they're giving up. Just an 18-point three-point shooting team in just 63% at the free throw line. They're 2-3 in their last 5 games. Starting 5 looks like this. Number 0, Keandre Owens, averaging 7 points per game, nearly 6 rebounds per game for the 6'4 senior. And he is a forward for the Trojans. Number 1, Quentin Hart, averaging 2 points per game, 6-foot senior. He had no points in 2 games against the Bobcats a year ago in this matchup. Number 3, DeShondis Moore, leading the Trojans in scoring, averaging just over 15 points per game, nearly 8 rebounds and nearly 3 steals per game. Shoots it at 67% from the free throw stripe. He is a 6'3 senior forward for the Trojans. Last year in this matchup, he had 17 points first time around and 6 points in the second go of it in the roundhouse, where he just went 3 of 8 shooting. Number 12, Jeremy Waters-Wright, averaging 4 points per game, 4 rebounds per game, a 5'11 junior guard. And as coach alluded to it, Jeremiah Clark back in the lineup. Last year in this matchup, he had 5 points, 10 rebounds in the first game, did not play in the second game, and he's had a little bit of a slow go of it here in this season. 6'1 senior guard, Jeremiah Clark, number 21. DeVarian Clark now at Cedar Falls. A year ago, he averaged 7 points per game, 2.6 rebounds per game. He lit the Cats up for 12 points in the first matchup and 5 in the second. But again, he is now a Cedar Falls Tiger. That's the starting lineup for the 2-4 Waterloo East Trojans. Meanwhile, for the Marshalltown Bobcats tonight, lineup looks like this behind head coach Mike Apple in his 7th year, assisted by Brynjar Brynjolfsson. Team averaging 49 points per game. 53 is what they're giving up. They shoot it at 67% from the free throw line. Oddly enough, in their last game against Fort Dodge, did not shoot a single free throw in the entire game. They won rebounding, though, 34-19. They went 4 of 13 from three-point land, and their assists 14-10 versus turnovers. So always a good margin to see. Number 1, Jamison Niehaus will get the go, 5 points per game, a 6-foot sophomore guard. Number 3, Drake Gersma, averaging 10 points per game, 4 rebounds per game, and 4 assists. A 6-foot sophomore. He'll run the point. Number 10, Kyle Smith, 19 three-pointers made in the state. That's 3rd best in 4A. Is averaging 17.3 points per game. That's 22nd in 4A. He is a 6'4" junior guard for the Cats. Number 24, Lamar Johnson, averaging 8 points per game, 4 rebounds per game for the 6-foot senior guard. And number 30, Jacob Hayes, will round out the lineup, averaging 7 points per game, a 6'2" junior guard. Tip-off between the Trojans and the Cats is next, live from Waterloo East High School, right here on KFJB-TV.
Wayward Social is the place for fun. With 20 lanes of bowling, leagues for all levels, great food and drink options, an awesome arcade, there is a ton of fun to be had at Wayward Social for date night, family fun, or the company party with plenty of space for everyone. Visit Wayward Social on Facebook for updates on specials and live music. It is all on South 6th Street in Marshalltown. Visit wayward-social.com to start planning your group outing at Wayward Social, the place for fun.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
Jacob Hayes. No good. Lamar Johnson, no rebound. Kicks down left wing 3. Splash.
That kid's going to be a good one.
Second half of the season tips off for the Bobcats on the road at Waterloo East High School. Brandon Lewis along with you tonight. Happy New Year and welcome into our action here tonight on KFJB-TV. A quick trigger 3 from the right wing is in and out for Quindon Hart as we are underway. As Drake Kurzma will run the point for the Cats over the center circle into the front court to the right wing. He'll go. Feeds to Niehaus. Inside, Lamar Johnson gets tied up. The ball poked away from him as the Trojans hit the floor. And the steal coming up with it, Deshaun Moore. He'll outlet. Run to the point is Gianni Gary. He'll get the start here tonight in place of Quindon Hart. Those two have kind of traded places in the starting lineup this year. 3 from straight on. Dive it away is Deshaun Moore, and he opens up the scoring with a 3 at the top of the key. Bobcats into the front court, an underhand flip from Niehaus. As he got it back to the top to Drake Gersma. Now back to Niehaus, left wing. It'll start to drive, has the ball kind of tipped away, and it's taken away, and here goes Clark on a fast break. Layup is good. Well, Jeremiah Clark, a difference maker inside, a scoring threat. Moore and Clark, the two big names to watch here for Waterloo East here tonight. Gersma left wing, guarded tightly, drives to the free throw line. Jumper right high post is off the right side, as Moore will haul in the rebound. Head coach Mike Saylor calls the play as Gianni Gary sets up the offense. A little give and go. Gary down to the right block, and Gersma with a foul, a shooting foul at that. All right, let's take a look at our keys to the game tonight. All brought to you by First Rate Real Estate, FirstRateTeam.com. For the Cats, new year, new season. That means they've got to play well to get out of the gate here tonight. As on the road, a tough place to start the second half at Waterloo East. But really, it's got to be through Kyle Smith as well, as he struggled from long distance this year. If he gets going and gets hot here tonight, that could be the difference maker. More points, less turnovers. Moore's been special scoring it, but turnover-wise, they're averaging 18 turnovers per game for this Trojan squad, which could hold them back if they do so here tonight. Free throw is no good on either side of it for Gianni Gary, so 0 for 2 at the stripe. It's still 5-0, Trojans with the lead. And the ball last touched by the Trojans out of bound. Baseline right side, Niehaus will inbound for the Cats. Backcourt pressure being put on here by the Trojans. Get it inbound to Drake Gersma. He'll motion Niehaus ahead, splits the defense, and gets around it into the front court quickly. Left wing, Gersma slows up. Gets a screen from Johnson. Johnson rolls, Gersma goes and hangs near the iron, and the layup is good. And a timeout quickly by Mike Saylor. It's 5-2. Cats trailing by 3 on KFJB-TV.
McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is your local furniture store in Marshalltown, and they are proud to support Marshalltown Bobcat Athletics. If you need a new recliner to relax in, or perhaps a new dining set for the whole family, shop McGregor's. They also have a good selection of luxurious sectional sofas. Score the mattress of your dreams with an assist from the McGregor's friendly and knowledgeable staff. You'll be the household MVP when you bring home the winning selection from McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown. Open 7 days a week.
Hey Bobcat Nation, this is Kyle Smith and you're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
Welcome back to Waterloo East High School. Brandon Lewis, David Braga, our on-site producer, Lakin Eastman, as well as Keith Stewart on camera work tonight. Great to have you along for this KFJB-TV only broadcast. Hawkeyes on the AM waves. Inside to Owens, and he'll score it. There's a little look to the Cats defense right there. 7-2, 5.5 minutes to go. Opening quarter up play. On the road tonight for the Cats. They'll be back at home on Friday night against Ames in the Highway 30 rivalry. Hayes inside, a swipe, misses the layup. Gianni Gary did not get a piece of that, but Hayes just missed it a little bit strong. Moore on the right side, can't get it to go, but the offensive rebound by Owens. Put back, no good. Kyle Smith hauls in the rebound. Kyle Smith, first time he's really touched the basketball here tonight. Niehaus, left wing. Gets it back to Kyle Smith. Fakes a three as Moore is guarding on him. Hayes picks up his dribble. Guarded tight by Owens. Gets it to Lamar Johnson inside. He has his pocket picked, but a foul's going to be called. Quentin Hart was guarding him, but stepping in late was Gary, but they are going to get Quentin Hart with his first foul of the night, who was on Lamar Johnson. And they say Johnson was in the process of going up, so 2 free throws for Lamar Johnson. 69% free throw shooter on the season for the Bobcats. He's been pretty good at the line, and he knocks down the first. Lamar Johnson in our last game against Fort Dodge on the 20th of December, 16.6 rebounds. He was our OPA player of the game. Second free throw rims out, no good, backside as East hauls it in. Clark running the point, gets it to Moore. Left wing, high points the basketball, drives against Lamar Johnson down to the left block. And back to the top of the key, they'll reset with Clark. And a touch on the drive. Shooting foul will come. Foul's going to be on Lamar Johnson, his first of the night. 2 free throws to come for Jeremiah Clark. No free throws on the season, and he'll knock down his first. Again, Jeremiah Clark not involved all season long, but he was in the starting lineup last night against Charles City in a 69-54 victory. Waterloo East pulled away late. I believe they were tied at 12 with Charles City last night after the first quarter, but Waterloo East in the second half pulled away from the 3A opponent in the Charles City Comets last night. Gersma bumped, and boy, yeah, that was Clark all over him, and Clark is going to pick up his first foul. Clark gave the innocent look there, but, that's his second foul here quickly. Probably why he was giving that look. He really picked up 2 already. Gersman in the backcourt gets the inbound pass now over the timeline. Head coach Mike Apple stopping his feet for that offense to get going. Kyle Smith inside, fadeaway jumper is good. Kyle Smith's first bucket of the night. It's 8-5. Moore guarded by Johnson, fights through the screen. Kyle Smith picks him up and a pass inside. They were looking for Owens inside, but they blew it right past him. Out of bounds and back to the Cats, 8-5. Bobcats tied up on this possession right here. Gersma surveying, hands off to Niehaus. A lot of way out high rotation for the Bobcat offense. Nothing really going inside. They've been kind of shut down in some drive attempts so far. Down to 10 on the shot clock. Skip pass to the top of the key. Niehaus drives, and 2 defenders pick him up. Shot comes up short. Owens with the rebound. Good spin move by Moore, but he finishes strong at the rack, and Jacob Hayes gets the rebound. Up court to Kyle Smith, and the blocking foul. No, a charge called. Kyle Smith didn't love that call. And Smith will pick up his first of the night with 2:50 in the opening quarter. Well, that was head coach Mike Apple asking if Gianni Gary was set right there, but yeah, that was a tough break as Kyle Smith drives in. Yeah. Looked like the feet were still moving for Quentin Hart, who was actually the man guarding. Gersma almost picks the pocket of Gary. They'll find Moore on the right block. Behind the back pass, and now Lamar Johnson picks it away. Desan Means out it there for a second, but a good Lamar Johnson steal. Still a 3-point game. Lamar Johnson hits the deck as he loses the basketball, and I think Lamar's going to get caught for his second foul of the night right there as he scrambled back for the basketball at midcourt, and it will be third Bobcat foul of the first quarter. Zane Moore is going to get off the bench and check in for Lamar promptly with those 2 fouls. Zane Moore challenged with guarding Moore in this scenario right here with 2 minutes to go, first quarter, and he gets past him, and the scoop and score is no good. But a tough rebound inside by Waterloo East, and Zane Moore touched it last as Desan Means hit the deck, got the basketball, but out of bounds on the Bobcats. Baseline left side as Means will be the inbound man. Officials getting together to chat about something here. Inbound, and the drive is a good one by Gary, his first bucket of the night. Gary picks up. Gursma in the backcourt. Niehaus now with the basketball over to Zane Moore. Back to Kyle Smith. Jumper free throw line off the front of the iron, but Zane Moore hustles for the rebound but can't gather it in as Quentin Hart comes up with it. And now the Bobcats forced to steal. Gursma into the front court. Jaden Perkins guarding on him. Waterloo East with their hands all around Gursma. Hayes drops it into Kyle Smith. It's off his fingertips and out of bounds. Turnover Bobcats as Jaden Perkins will inbound to Gary. Quentin Hart down to the left block. Pass to Bobcats. Count the bucket and a foul coming. I believe Gursma is going to pick up a foul. Well, Kyle Smith picks it up. That's his second of the night. A little bit of early foul trouble for Lamar Johnson and now Kyle Smith, both with 2. In this opening quarter, we're down to 57 seconds. And the first free throw after the main bucket is good by Quentin Hart, and he converts on the three-point play. Foul in the front court on Means. That will be his first foul of the night, so Deshaun Means picks it up. Bobcats go back to work. Waterloo East playing very physical here tonight, all over Gursma, something they'll see Friday against Ames as well. Kyle Smith trying to work with it. Loses it, gathers it back in, drives to the free throw line, gets tied up. Gets it back with 7 on the shot clock. Kyle Smith feeds, and the 3 is no good for Jacob Hayes, his first 3 attempt of the night. Waterloo East with 10 on the game clock. Moore catches an awkward-looking pass, and he'll drive down to the right block. A late step in, I think, on the Bobcats, and it will be a foul. And this one will come in on Jacob Hayes, his first of the night. With 4 seconds to go in the first quarter, it sends Moore to the line for 2. And Moore can't convert on the first free throw. It's no good. DeShondis Moore, a 67% free throw shooter. And we're going to have a lane violation. Yeah, it looked like Quentin Hart was kind of leaning over the line a little bit early there before the free throw had even been attempted. So, lane violation, turnover right there as Bobcats give it away. Zane Moore got his pocket picked in the 3 by Moore as well off the mark. With 13-5 our score at the end of the first quarter. We'll head to the second quarter coming up. Bobcats on the road in Iowa Alliance Conference action in a hole early here on the road on KFJB-TV.
Your future starts now. Marshalltown Community College is now enrolling for spring classes. Whether you're pursuing a degree, certificate, transferring to a 4-year university, or just looking for a few credits, MCC has the program for you. Flexible schedules, affordable tuition, and expert faculty. Do you have a busy schedule but still looking to continue your education? Check out the online programs MCC has to offer. Earn your degree completely online. It's all here at MCC. Enroll today and start your journey to success. Visit mcc.iavalley.edu.
Kyle Smith with 2 points, but 2 fouls early on here. Lamar Johnson with 2 fouls and 1 point. So a little bit of foul trouble for the Bobcats as we head to the second quarter. 8 minutes on the clock and a 13-5 lead for the Trojans. Taking a look at score action right now around the state of Iowa. Sioux City Bishop Heelan is leading Sioux City West 42-28. As of right now, Cedar Rapids Kennedy is leading Xavier after one quarter play 16-15. That's the only scores we have as of right now. But Valley and Southeast Polk tonight, Waukee and Urbandale. Mason City is at home against Spencer. Des Moines Lincoln hosting Hoover tonight. Johnston and Waukee in a big CIML matchup tonight. East and Roosevelt in Iowa Alliance Conference action in North. And Ottumwa also playing tonight. And the Ankeny game tonight, Ankeny Centennial and Ankeny. Lamar Johnson inside for a good bucket to open up the second quarter. 13-7 now our score. Johnson bumped off of who he was guarding, and Means takes a jumper from the right. High post is no good. Moore gets the rebound down low, but poked away as Jacob Hayes will come up with the basketball. Feeds it to Gersma, and Gersma now in front of the scorer's tables into the front court. Gersma drives down the left block and backs out, comes back in. Extra pass to Hayes. He couldn't quite find enough room for the three. Lamar Johnson gets it back to Niehaus and has it poked away, but it goes right back to Johnson. Skip pass. Hayes open for the three. Skims off the iron, no good. And Hart was the last to touch that one out of bounds on the baseline. It will remain with the Bobcats with a minute gone here in the second quarter. Niehaus underneath the basket gets the inbound. Zane Moore got the feed out and back to Gersma to set up the offense. Gersma hits the deck and it's a pick, and all the way is Jeremy Waters for two. His first bucket of the evening, 15-7. Bobcats with some turnovers early, which have not helped. Waterloo East with that fast pace offense and defense. A lot of pressure bothering the Bobcats early on. Niehaus flips it underhand to Gersma. 5 seconds on the shot clock and bumped on the shot as Quindon Hart will pick up his second foul. Gersma to the line for two. Gersma 57% at the stripe. Gersma misses the first half of the two. Keandre Owens, Gianni Gary check back in for Waterloo East as Moore will check out. Quinton Hart also checking out of the basketball game. And that one touched high on the glass and rolls in for Gersma. 3 points on the evening now. It's a 7-point game on the road for the Cats tonight. A drive to the right block and using the glass. Jeremy Waters. 2 quick buckets here in the second quarter. He has 4. Niehaus ahead. Guarded by Gary as he claps his hands. Kyle Smith looking for the screen from Lamar Johnson. Doesn't use it. Goes left, high post, and drops in the jumper for 2. 4 for Kyle Smith. Down to Owens, right block. Use the glass, strong. Bobcats come away with the rebound with Hayes. Niehaus has it tipped away. And a blocking foul on Niehaus. Gary kind of hip-checked him just a little bit, though, on the drive. Not a shooting foul, so to be Waterloo East basketball is just ruled on the floor. Just over 5 to go before halftime. Coming up at the break, we will talk with head coach Brian Murphy, girls basketball coach. Suffered a 42-32 loss to Waterloo East a little bit ago. Niehaus just lost him. Gary blows by for 2. Gianni Gary with 4. Kyle Smith still in the backcourt. Got to get ahead. And that's 10. Backcourt violation. Kyle Smith couldn't get it over into the front court. And the pressure tonight is bothering the Bobcats mightily here on the road. With the way East plays, you definitely don't want to get in a 10 or more point deficit, especially when they were at home. Lamar Johnson all over Perkins. Perkins swings it right wing. Now gets it back. Drives. Lamar Johnson slaps it away. It's a big cheer from the Bobcat faithful who made the trip here tonight to Waterloo. Perkins to inbound. And at the top, he'll find Gary. Gersma guarding on him. Posted up, Owens down low. And Hayes beats out Owens for the rebound. Gersma looks to his head coach, Mike Apple, for the play call as he works it over the Trojan logo at midcourt. Lamar Johnson, right wing. Kind of batting that hair out of his face as he'll find Zane Moore to the top. Now posts up in the left block, and they'll feed him. 3 collapse on him. Kyle Smith with 5. Boom! Big one! Kyle Smith finds his first 3 of the night. And that gets the Cats back within 6. Under 3.5 minutes to go until halftime. Boy, awkward looking play, but a good one by Gianni. Gary got stopped on the left block and then just, hey, I'll go up with this. And he has 6 on the night, and Gary's going to commit a foul. A reach in on the inbound, and Gary will pick up his first of the night as he was guarding Drake Gersma. That full court pressure still being applied. Gersma bumps off the defender, drives all the way to the rack as he hangs up and finishes on the right side. 5 for Gersma. 21-15. Give and go. Beautifully executed. Owens finishes for 4 on the night now. And a timeout as the Bobcats bring it into the front court. Head coach Mike Apple wants his offensive possession to count with 2:40 to go, second quarter. Cats trailing on the road 23-15.
Johnson. This is KFJB-TV.
2:40 to go before halftime. It's 23-15 as the Bobcats still huddling, as you see Brynja Brynjolfsson coaching on his guys right there, as well as Mike Apple on the floor drawing out a play. Kyle Smith just hit a three short time ago, but Trojans responded. Both teams at a mark of 1-1 in conference play in the Iowa Alliance North. Waterloo East will travel to Mason City Friday night. Bobcats will be back at home against Ames Friday. This one definitely a pivotal one to kick off conference play in the second half of the season. We'll see what they draw up out of the timeout. Hayes off the screen, drops it into Lamar Johnson's tipped away. Lamar almost got back with it, but Owens comes up with a basketball, gets it up to Moore. Right wing left open, three, pops in and out, no good. Lamar Johnson from nowhere gets the rebound as he hustles back. Kyle Smith was defending Clark, but didn't step out on him and left that open opportunity. Kyle Smith now tries a three of his own. That one off the front of the iron. And a quick transition up to Moore. Drives in against Kyle Smith. Finishes short. Gets the rebound. Swatted away by Lamar Johnson. And Jacob Hayes will recover the basketball. Up to Gersma. Almost held. Back to Hayes. Now back to Hayes from Kyle Smith. A drive and a floater is good. First bucket of the night for Jacob Hayes. Moore sets the screen, rolls, gets the feed, loses the basketball. Kyle Smith will come up with it. And he is bumped by Clark. And Clark's going to pick up his third of the night. Taking a look at that last play by Jacob Hayes. Good awareness right there to find the space and pick up his first basket of the night as Hayes will inbound to Gersma in the backcourt. A swipe by Moore misses. Kyle Smith open for the three, but Hayes gets the rebound off the miss, but has it stolen away. Deshaun Means comes up with it. He'll swing it up to Moore on the left wing. Under a minute to go now before half. Means over to Moore. Lamar Johnson puts a hand in the face of Moore, misses the three from the left wing. Gersma will take his time. A 10-second difference. Excuse me, a 5-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Gersma way out high. Flips it to Kyle Smith. Now back to Gersma. Gersma left wide open on the right block. Owens picks him up. Count the bucket! Gersma off the glass for two, and he's headed to the line for the and one. With 9.9 seconds to go before halftime, Gersma somehow on the right block was just unguarded. Owens stepped in late, and Owens will pick up his first foul. Gersma 1 of 2 at the stripe tonight so far. And he can't get that second and can't get the third free throw of the night for the and one to go. 23-19, 4-point game. Moore at the buzzer. Turnaround jumper is no good as he hits the deck. And that's how we'll go to halftime. Bobcats fighting back here just before the break to make it a 4-point game. Halftime coverage coming up. We'll talk to Brian Murphy, head girls basketball coach, and we'll get you first half stats when we come back to Weir McGraw Court at Waterloo East High School right here on KFJB-TV.
'Tis the season at Greg Young Chevrolet of Marshalltown. Starting Black Friday, when you buy a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, you'll receive a 65-inch TV and up to $500 to spend at local businesses. It's the perfect time to upgrade your ride and celebrate the season. But hurry, this offer ends December 31st. Visit us on South Center Street just north of Highway 30 or online at GregYoungMarshalltown.com. Make this holiday season one to remember with Greg Young Chevrolet of Marshalltown.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
The Halftime Report, presented by Scouting America. Adventure on.
At halftime, Bobcats trailing just by 4, 23-19. Let's take a look at our first half stats. Keandre Owens with 4 points in the first half for Waterloo East. Quentin Hart with 3 for Deshaun Dismore, as Lamar Johnson's done a nice job on him here tonight, giving up just 1 3. 4 for Jeremy Waters, 6 for Gianni Gary, and Jeremiah Clark with 3 in that first half. Meanwhile, for the Bobcats, Drake Gersma with a few really nice drives. He had an and one, couldn't convert on the free throw just before halftime, but he has 7. As we take a look at that last play shortly before break, as Gersma has 7, Kyle Smith with 7, Lamar Johnson with 3, Jacob Hayes with 2 at halftime. Bobcats looking for their second victory in Iowa Lions Conference action. But coming up next, we'll talk to Brian Murphy, head coach for the girls basketball team, when we come back. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
When my kids come home from camp, they're so excited. They go on and on about all the activities they got to do.
My son loves to go fishing,
Cooking, photography, kayaking,
zip line, archery,
robotics, camping, oceanography,
swimming,
and radio.
He's got so many fun stories that he would share that we just wouldn't have otherwise.
Being involved in scouting, my boys have made lifelong friendships.
I would recommend putting your kids in scouting. It's a great way for them to learn skills while having fun.
Marshalltown Community School District thanks you for voting yes in the referendum to move forward with the plan to remodel and modernize Miller Middle School and the enhancement to Franklin Field. We will continue to provide updates about this exciting project as they move forward in the process. There is so much positive energy for the future. Thanks for saying yes to our students and yes for Marshalltown. To learn more, go to marshalltowncsdfuture.com.
The Halftime Report, presented by Scouting America. Adventure on.
Welcome back to Waterloo East High School. Now joined by Brian Murphy, head girls basketball coach. Coach, 42-32, a loss here tonight by 10. But, boy, your ladies really battled there in the third quarter. I think they got it back within 4 points or so and just kept trying to charge back in that fourth. It seemed like a little bit of the physicality, and Sienna Cody is a really good player as well. She knocked down a couple threes there in the second half, which was kind of the difference maker. But what did you make of the effort, especially coming off, 2 weeks off, but, you get right into it with the Iowa Lions conference action tonight?
Yeah, there were a lot of things that we felt really good about coming out of that game. Certainly, we go into halftime down 10. Really struggled to score in the first quarter, especially, kind of too many turnovers. I thought both teams honestly looked very rusty in that first quarter. And then, we really were able to keep it tight with our defense, as that's been the story all year. But that third quarter is the one as coaches that we were pointing to feel really good about. Down 10 coming out of halftime with about a minute left. We'd cut it to 2 points. And we had, really kind of done a good job of digging deep on defense. We got some great attacks to the rim. I thought Millie Heitman had probably one of her best games of the season, getting to the rim, using her length at the rim, where, Waterloo East's tallest player, I think, was about 5'9". So we had multiple girls getting to the rim. So, Millie had 9 tonight. Georgia Jansen, I think, had 8. And both of them very similar way, just getting to the rim, finishing high, not letting anybody get up there with them. So, a lot to feel good about, a lot to kind of take out of that game, and now we just start narrowing down on some of those stretches where too many turnovers kind of stack up, and suddenly it kills your momentum a little bit.
You know, Millie Heitman and Georgia Jansen, both of them, they were showing some other moves that maybe we don't see consistently out of them, some hesitation moves to buy themselves some space and things like that, where I thought, like you mentioned, driving to the rack, how much does that help your offense when you're able to do some of those things and creating space and open spots for other shooters?
It really works wonders. And I mean, one of the things we preach constantly is, you know, we've got to get kind of a cyclical motion on offense where all it takes sometimes is one cut, one screen to get everybody flowing. And sometimes when it comes late or it doesn't come at all, we just get super stagnant. And I thought, you know, Millie's aggression to the rim and then Georgia's movement off the ball, the combination of those two things just does wonders to get everybody else moving. You know, and it's funny because, you know, if you know Millie and Georgia, they're almost inseparable off the floor. And you can see that chemistry on the floor where they do a great job of anticipating when one is cutting. And they work together really well. And that really showed tonight, setting each other up. And certainly Georgia continues to average about 2 to 3 breakaway steals. She got a beautiful and one with her right hand as a lefty in the second quarter. So a lot of good things coming from those two, and we're certainly going to need it as we continue to adjust our roster.
Kinsley Bowie didn't get her first bucket of the game until late in this one, but you know, what was it like to have her finally back out there after? Well, she was out for at least 3 weeks, including the Christmas break.
Yeah, because, I mean, we were laughing where she had basically played 7 quarters so far this season, where it felt like more, but really it was all of South Tama and 3 quarters of Lincoln, and that was it. So really good to get her back. You know, we need as much ball handling, shooting as we can. You know, and she was frustrated where, you know, it's hard coming back after a long layoff. She missed a lot of shots early, and, you know, it's as a coach, you're constantly preaching that next shot, and she finally got one down in the fourth quarter and just felt really good. For her confidence and her aggression, because, you know, we need her looking to shoot with the ball. Same thing with Morgan Hildebrand, where we want them looking to shoot every single time they catch it, and confidence is a big part of that.
You know, and I was going to mention, too, Morgan Hildebrand. She had some open 3 looks that she wasn't able to knock down. She threw a couple turnovers late in the game that were kind of costly, but you can see some of her progression in other aspects. But for a freshman, I know it's always kind of tough when we talk about this. Is the game kind of slowing down for her at certain points, though, in your mind?
Yeah, it is. And you can see it you know, we talk in the locker room, basketball is a game of runs, and sometimes it seems like there are spurts of speed sometimes where you can see her almost getting sped up. And it's one of those tricky things as a coach where, you know, you want to let players kind of play through it and learn from it. But in a tight game, you don't want to, you know, stack those things on top of each other. And certainly with a short rotation, we kind of had to let her try to work through some things. And, you know, it's going to be a progression all season where, you know, the thing that we got to really preach with her is, you know, little things, one thing at a time. So, you know, I thought she did a really good job of getting herself into the paint tonight, which is something that hadn't been consistent. And now it's, okay, what's my next step? Do I have the shot? Do I need the kick out? And those are the things that will just kind of slowly come along as she continues to play.
Well, we look forward to Friday night. We'll have coverage starting at 6 o'clock as you welcome in your rival, the Ames Little Cyclones.
Yep.
Right out the gate.
Yep. Yeah, it's a barn burn of a way to start the season, but we like it that way. So.
Thanks for the time, Brian.
Appreciate it.
All right, that is Brian Murphy, head coach for the girls basketball team. They'll be at action Friday at home against Ames. This is halftime coverage from Waterloo East right here on KFJB-TV.
Some say life is like a road trip. Is it a coincidence Scooter's Coffee is a drive-thru? We don't think so. Whether you need a coffee while you enjoy the view, to just get you through the long stretch, or to refuel between stops, Scooter's Coffee is there, brewing up delicious coffee, espresso blenders, smoothies, iced drinks, and more, with the convenience of a drive-thru so you can stay on the road and enjoy the ride. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. Scooters in Marshalltown.
You look forward to retirement as your time to relax. But now that it's here, turns out relaxation is overrated and you'd rather get back to work with an idea of your own. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement plans change course, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is sponsored by Marshalltown Area Chamber. Meet in Marshalltown.com. Marshalltown Community College, a step in the right direction. And McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, quality furniture for every room in your home.
Drake Gersma, Kyle Smith with 7 to lead the Bobcats there in that first half. Meanwhile, Jeremy Waters, Keandre Owens with 4 to lead Waterloo East. 8 minutes on the clock, third quarter. Gonna get going with the East Trojans controlling the basketball to begin. 4-point game for the Bobcats. And out of break, a 3 from the near side corner by Hart is no good. Bobcats get the rebound with Kyle Smith up to Gersma. And the Bobcats now working left to right. Gersma backdoor pass. He finds Kyle Smith, and it looked like Kyle Smith was held, and he was by Quentin Hart. And Hart will pick up his 3rd of the night. So Hart has 3, Jeremiah Clark has 3, so a little foul trouble on the Trojan side. A couple of Bobcats with 2 fouls in that first half, Kyle Smith and Lamar Johnson. Gersma up high, drives down the right side, and Strong. Moore with the rebound. As he brings it in the front court, setting up the offense, Quentin Hart has it. Stops at the right high post, feeds over to Moore. He's open for a 3 from straight on. It's no good. Bobcats don't really box out there. A tie-up, possession arrow with the Cats. They'll get the basketball back with 6:55, third quarter. Gersma is going to look on here as an offensive foul and a legal screen is going to be set on Lamar Johnson, and quickly that is his 3rd of the night. And promptly we will see Zane Moore get off the bench to check in and replace Lamar Johnson. And the basketball back with Clark now running the point for the Trojans. Still a 4-point game. No baskets made in the first 90 seconds of the second half. A floater in the paint, well off the mark by Gary, but it's tipped out. And the Trojans retain the possession here. Moore guarding on Moore, and he loses the basketball. Gersma gets it in the feed from Hayes, who gathered that basketball in. Hayes sets a screen. Gersma comes to the near side and a bump, but no foul. Looked like maybe Owens was going to pick up a foul. And he did. They did rule that a bump. I thought we were going to see a timeout by head coach Mike Apple, but no, it was Owens who bumped him to the right wing. Driving was Gersma. Now Moore guarding on Gersma. Picks his pocket. It's a breakaway. Here goes Moore. He's going to miss the dunk. And the Bobcats continue to lead the league in most missed dunk attempts against them this year. Gersma with a drive down to the right block, and Moore was underneath of him. Actually, no, that was Quentin Hart underneath of him, and Hart's going to pick up his 4th foul of the night. Count the bucket by Gersma. Gets it back within 2 and a free throw to come, and head coach Mike Saylor needs a second for his defense to regroup after that one. 5:46, third quarter. Cats at the free throw line when we come back.
Legends American Grill is the perfect place to watch your favorite team. Enjoy wings, nachos, steaks, and prime rib available on Friday and Saturday nights. It's game on for great food and your favorite drink to wash it down. You like burgers? Legends has fantastic, unique burger creations like this. The Legends Burger. Absolutely delicious. Gather with friends, enjoy your favorite team's games with the NFL Sunday Ticket, and make some memories. Legends American Grill in Marshalltown and our new Newton location, where the game is always on.
Hey there, Bobcat Nation. This is Drake Gersma, and you're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
Well, Drake Gersma right on cue coming back from our timeouts. He just made a nice bucket inside as we look at the replay here on KFJB-TV. Got the basketball on the right block, and Quentin Hart picks up his 4th foul of the night. And it sends Gersma to line for the and one, and he cannot convert. But Moore steps out of bounds on the baseline. He got the rebound, steps out of bounds, and it's back to the Bobcats. Gersma just 1 of 4 at the stripe tonight. 2-point game after that Gersma bucket. Moore tried to dunk but missed it. And so obviously that helped out the Cats. Hart, who has 4, checks out as Desan Means replaces him. Gersma at the top, finds a little bit of space. Swings it to Zane Moore, now to Kyle Smith. In and out of his hands. Kind of a laser pass. Turned over, Means up to Moore, and they convert for 2. Just the 2nd bucket of the night for DeShondis Moore. Leading Waterloo East in scoring. He's had a tough night, averaging 15 points per game. And now an illegal screen on the Bobcats on the backside of the play. And that'll be on Zane Moore, his first. Head coach Mike Apple talking with the official about that illegal screen. Approaching 3 minutes gone here in the 3rd quarter. Free throw line jumper is no good. Basketball pinballs around. Gersma gets it. Reverse layup no good, but backside rebound was there, but no good for Kyle Smith. Moore feeds to Owens. Owens' jumper's good. 8 foot out on the near side. And just squared up his body at the hoop for 2. 6 for Owens. And it's a 6-point lead for the Trojans. Gersma tries his luck with a 3. No good. Moore skies for the rebound. And a foul from behind as Desan Means drives inside. The shot's no good, but 2 free throws coming. And 2nd foul of the night on Jacob Hayes. So this sends to the line Desan Means, 75% free throw shooter on the year. And the free throw is off the right side, no good. Means without a point tonight. Real hard dribble as the free throw goes up now, and he'll knock down the 2nd one, his first point of the evening. Substitution as Niehaus checks out of the game as Lamar Johnson will check back in as we approach the halfway point of the 3rd quarter. Gersma into the front court to the right wing. He flips it underhand to Zane Moore. Drop into Hayes, and boy, that was a little bit of a flop there. Hayes just put his backside into him, but I don't think it was as hard as Jeremiah Clark was making it seem right there. Hayes will pick up his 3rd. Lamar Johnson and Jacob Hayes both with 3 fouls for the Cats. Right, high post jumper. Moore had a hand in the face of Jeremiah Clark. Shot was no good, but the rebound and putback is good. And now there's a flop warning on Clark. So DeShondis Moore got the bucket right there. He has 7 on the night. Did not see them put up a foul, so I think it was just a warning after the made shot. Bobcats into the front court. Gersma, 3 from straight on. Can't get that one to go as well. And now a tie up down low on the left block. I think Kyle Smith is going to pick up a foul on the rebound attempt. And he will pick up his 3rd of the night. So 3 Bobcats with 3. As we still have 3:23 to go in this 3rd quarter. That is the 5th team foul. So free throws to come for Waterloo East. And this will send Means to the line. 1 of 2 at the stripe. He just went to the line a short time ago. And the first one is good. Gersma is going to check out as Niehaus will replace him. Free throw is good, so both by Means are good. He's now 3 of 4 at the stripe. Now a timeout's going to be called by head coach Mike Apple. 3:15 to go, 3rd quarter. Cats in an 11-point hole when we come back on KFJB-TV.
Make the equity in your home work for you with the home equity loan from Lennox Employees Credit Union. Crush high-interest credit card debt and make needed improvements to your home. You have the power to refinance and change your financial life. With the lower interest rate, repayment is more comfortable than paying those high credit card interest rates. The loan process is easy. See Lennox Employees Credit Union, 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown. Member NCUA Equal Housing Lender. Online at lennoxecu.com.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is sponsored by Assured Partners, power through partnership. Greg Young Chevrolet of Marshalltown. Drive with Greg Young and experience top auto service and selection. And Lennox Employees Credit Union, lennoxecu.com.
Up on the Marshalltown Hy-Vee scoreboard, 32-21. Waterloo East leading Marshalltown. Other scores around the area tonight. Des Moines North is leading Ottumwa 64-47 heading into the 4th quarter. And Ankeny is leading Ankeny Centennial 54-39 heading to the 4th. Kyle Smith, a 3 out of the timeout taken by head coach Mike Apple. Bobcats can't get the rebound after it's missed off the front of the iron. A spin move in the paint, and a foul's going to come in. Gianni Gary taking it inside against the Cats. And the foul will come against Lamar Johnson. Wow. 4th of the night for Lamar Johnson. And the first free throw is no good for Gary. He is 0 for 3 tonight at the stripe. Lamar Johnson section did not like that foul. And he gets a big round of applause from his fan club here traveling on the road here tonight as Lamar Johnson checks out of the basketball game. A missed on the free throw, but the offensive rebound, 3 from straight on, is no good by Perkins. And the ball out of bounds. It'll be Bobcat basketball. Under 3 to go in the 3rd quarter. Approaching kind of the danger zone. I mentioned earlier, definitely don't want to be in a 10-point hole against East. And right there, Gersma with an easy layup, misses it strong. Up court quickly, in transition, Clark drives, and it's good. He has 5. Kyle Smith off a screen down to the right block, spins out of it, has his shot blocked. Means got a piece of it, but the Bobcats get it back. Kyle Smith, 3, left wing, pops off. and can't get it to go. Jacob Hayes scrambled for the rebound, and here goes Clark again. Another drive, back-to-back plays. Clark has 7. Thought he had 4. Or no, I don't. Okay, he does have 3 fouls tonight. Quentin Hart has 4 for Waterloo East. Niehaus dishes in as he feeds Kyle Smith on the right block and just off of his fingertips. Things just not flowing well for him tonight as well. Down 15 with 1:38 to go, third quarter. Isaiah Thomas has checked in for the first time tonight for Waterloo East. Not sure if he's related to that Isaiah Thomas. A miss. Niehaus with the rebound. He'll take it all the way himself. Dishes out to Kyle Smith. Takes 2 dribbles in and finishes on the right side. That maybe will get him going. He has 9 tonight. And a much-needed bucket for the Bobcats. 9 also for Gersma to lead the Cats. Isaiah Thomas trying to create inside. His floater's strong. Kyle Smith gets the basketball. Takes it to the free throw line, looking for a jumper. Feeds to Gersma. And pressure in his face. Niehaus bumped at the top. Now has his pocket pick, gathers it back in, and now a swipe from behind by Desan Means, his second foul of the night. 4th team foul here in the 4th quarter. With 42 seconds to go, Adam Boone checks back. Actually, I think he's checking into the game for the first time tonight, actually, as he replaces Zane Moore. Good inbound pass right there. Niehaus got the feed off the inbound man, and Jacob Hayes, and Niehaus, his first bucket of the evening. 36-25, back to an 11-point game. 1 second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Clark dribbles over to the near side near the scorer's table. Picked up by Niehaus, and now 3 seconds in the paint. Looked like Means was hanging out there for a while, and so that will be back to the Bobcats. Here's a look at that last inbound play, but just a good job for Niehaus to high point it and go right up with it. Ten seconds in the third quarter. Bobcats feed to Hayes. Near side 3 is no good. Niehaus, tough rebound inside. Tries to go for the putback, but has his pocket picked. And it will be 36-25, an 11-point game as we enter the 4th quarter on KFJB-TV.
Auto loans at Lennox Employees Credit Union are not just for cars. If you are looking to purchase a new or used motorcycle, boat, snowmobile, or other recreational vehicle, look no further. Lennox Employees Credit Union has low loan rates, and the loan process is so easy. Visit lennoxecu.com for rates and membership eligibility information, or go to 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown to visit with one of our loan officers. Lennox Employees Credit Union, member NCUA.
Fourth quarter just about ready to get going here tonight at Waterloo East High School. As the Bobcats have an 11-point deficit. Bobcats with just 6 points in that quarter. And struggle to find some offense. Have to get things going in a hurry in Iowa Lions Conference North action here tonight. Bobcats 3-4. Waterloo East standing at 2-4. Waterloo East leading this series 4-2 since 2016 last year. Waterloo East and Marshalltown split this series. And the inbound for the second half, or fourth quarter, excuse me. believe the officials were going to give Marshalltown the basketball and then stop play to say that actually Waterloo East should have the basketball to begin second half. The fourth quarter. Doesn't matter anyway. Bobcats get it back as Kyle Smith steals it, takes it all the way in for two. How about that? 9-point game now. Clark backs it out. Now he'll drive down the left side of the paint. Reverse layup past Jacob Hayes for two. Gersma into the front court. Dribbles out top of the key. Finds Hadaboud right wing. Now Hayes came off a screen down to the right block. Got the feed. Used the glass for two. He has four. Seven minutes to go at Waterloo East. Clark gives it to Thomas. Stopped on the left block. The freshman got it back to Clark. Now back to Clark from Owens at the top. Set up the offense. And Gersma got beat right there. A drive by Perkins. Blows by, and Perkins his first bucket. Back to an 11-point game. Gersma spin around, finds Niehaus, and easy two on the left block. Four for Niehaus. Kyle Smith guarding in the backcourt on Means. Perkins gets it right wing. Little give and go as Owens set the screen, and Owens touched it last, said the officials. Back to the Bobcats. Gersma gets the inbound from Kyle Smith. Down to 6 minutes to go in Waterloo, and the Bobcats throw a pass to the near side, but I believe Isaiah Thomas, they say, tipped that one into the Bobcat bench. So the Bobcats will keep the basketball. Gersma picking up his dribble, looking around, finds Hayes. Now Kyle Smith, baseline drive, spin him around, move at the right block, and a foul on the floor. Deshaun Means will pick up his third. Kyle Smith's leaner just a little short. Lamar Johnson trying for the rebound, couldn't haul it in. Clark into the front court. Gives to Moore. And Moore trying to feed it back to Clark after he beats his man. But they throw it out of bounds. Turnover back to the Cats with 5:21. Perkins picks up Gersma into the front court, and as he does that, a timeout called by head coach Mike Apple. 5:14 remaining in this one. It's a 9-point game on KFJB-TV.
'Tis the season at Greg Young Chevrolet of Marshalltown. Starting Black Friday, when you buy a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, you'll receive a 65-inch TV and up to $500 to spend at local businesses. It's the perfect time to upgrade your ride and celebrate the season. But hurry, this offer ends December 31st. Visit us on South Center Street just north of Highway 30 or online at GregYoungMarshalltown.com. Make this holiday season one to remember with Greg Young Chevrolet of Marshalltown.
This is Talon Halstead, and you're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
9-point game as the Bobcats trailing on the road. They'll have the basketball out of the timeout called by head coach Mike Apple. Yeah, there's scores around the area here tonight. Mentioned a couple games getting into the fourth quarter. And still no update, but North leading Ottumwa as of last check, as well as Ankeny leading Ankeny Centennial. Waterloo East goes inside and missed, but Moore gets the rebound. He'll clear it out to the top of the key as Hart comes up with it. Now Clark. Moore drives to the free throw line, now down the right side, and they say he was touched on the way up by Niehaus. And that will be number 2 on Niehaus tonight. First foul of the fourth quarter on the Cats. And the shooting foul will send Moore to the line for 2 as he has to adjust his left shoe. Deshaundis Moore, 0 for 1 tonight at the stripe. And he makes his first. .67% free throw shooter on the season. And the second one is off the back of the iron, no good. But a scrum out of the far side corner. And the Trojans come up with it, and Moore will hand it off to Clark at the top. He'll motion the offense and drives down the left side, and he beats Jacob Hayes to the rack for 2. Jeremiah Clark with just 3 points at halftime, but 8 here in the second half. Lamar Johnson trying to get rid of the basketball, finally does. Kyle Smith lost the basketball, gathers it back in. Waterloo East wanted to travel, but Kyle Smith puts the shot up and it goes. Halfway through the fourth quarter, Moore to the right block and a blocking foul. Gonna rule the foul on the floor. And it is on Niehaus, I believe. Yes, it is. Finally, the indication. Third foul of the night for Niehaus as he'll check out as Zane Moore will replace him. Hassan Means to inbound, baseline right side. Gets it into Moore. A hop, step, and a jump, and the floater's good. .12-point lead right now for Waterloo East, their largest of the night. Gersma gets into the front court, and a timeout can be called as head coach Mike Apple not liking how this one is progressing in a 12-point game on KFJB-TV.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
Things getting down to the line here tonight. We just had the cheerleaders going back and forth on moves out on the floor, and that got all the crowd fired up here tonight at Waterloo East High School at Weir McGraw Court. And that's when the folks here lost it. 12-point game. Bobcats out of the timeout called by head coach Mike Apple. They just have one left. Lamar Johnson loses it, gets it to Kyle Smith. 3, gets it to go. Second 3 of the night for Kyle Smith. Cuts it to 9. But a fast break and a layup missed inside, though. Jaden Perkins can't get that one. Head coach Mike Saylor just kind of scratching his head. Thought that one was going to be an easy bucket. Gersma drives in a charge. Gersma, his second foul. He's talking that one over with the official as well. Third team foul here in the fourth quarter as we are under 3 minutes to go. Backcourt pressure being put on Clark, and he passes it ahead. It's away, but Bobcat's going to be ruled for a foul. It's going to be on Gersma as he picks up another one right in a row, his third. 5 players with 3 or more fouls tonight for the Bobcats. Clark in the backcourt, passes ahead. Finds Moore on the left wing. And he speeds past Moore for his second dunk attempt of the night. Misses the dunk, and it popped out of the iron. Head coach Mike Apple not liking the discussion and then the change of the call. But it was a shot attempt. And the ball had just popped all the way out towards midcourt. Well, anyway. Things always seem to get interesting at Waterloo East. Every time. We've had some big highlight dunks made, but we've had a couple of highlight dunks missed here tonight. Layup is good inside for Gianni Gary and in transition. Jacob Hayes draws the foul. That'll be the 4th of the night on Jeremiah Clark. And before Jacob Hayes heads to the free throw line, we have a timeout. It's 47-38 Trojans lead with 2:09 to go at Waterloo East High School on KFJB-TV.
Wayward Social is the place for fun. With 20 lanes of bowling, leagues for all levels, great food and drink options, an awesome arcade, there is a ton of fun to be had at Wayward Social for date night, family fun, or the company party with plenty of space for everyone. Visit Wayward Social on Facebook for updates on specials and live music. It is all on South 6th Street in Marshalltown. Visit wayward-social.com to start planning your group outing at Wayward Social, the place for fun.
DeShondis Moore trying to put somebody on a poster tonight, but he has not been able to. He's had a couple dunks missed. And could be a little bit of a bigger margin tonight, but it is not. And the Bobcats down by 9 with 2:09 to go in this one. Jacob Hayes was fouled a moment ago by Jeremiah Clark. He picked up his 4th foul of the night. Hayes at the line for 2. Or just 1, excuse me. So they did count that bucket for Hayes, and the and 1. It's good. So converts on the 3-point play. cut it down to 8. Bobcats need turnovers in a hurry. And Hayes tries to force one right there. It's out of bounds on the far side. Moore will inbound. As he gets it to Clark near the timeline. Gary guarded by Kyle Smith. And they'll throw it away as Gersma comes up with a steal off the bad pass by Perkins. Gersma's got to speed ahead. Boy, not a lot of movement here for the Bobcats. A lot of dribbling, though, and a timeout. Head coach Mike Apple wants to take it with him. We'll take it with him. 91 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Bobcats down by 8 when we come back on KFJB-TV. Coming up after the game, it is our locker room report, all brought to you by Wells Fargo Advisors in Marshalltown. We'll take a look at our final stat line, also name our OPA player of the game, and our post-game chat with head coach Mike Apple, all brought to you by Laurel Diesel Services. Still 1:31 to go. Cats down by 8, need a bucket though. Out of the timeout, Kyle Smith loses it off of his leg into the Bobcat bench. And that is a unwanted turnover at that point in the game with just 1:28 on the clock. East gets it inbound. Clark over the timeline. Moore gets the feed, left block, throws it away, but he'll gather it back in. Now Moore, right high post drives, and he's promptly fouled on the floor. That'll be the 5th team foul, though, on the Bobcats, so regardless, it's free throws. And the foul will be issued on Jacob Hayes, his 4th. Lamar Johnson, Jacob Hayes with 4. Kyle Smith, Gersma, Niehaus with 3. And the first free throw, good for Moore. Second free throw is up off the back of the iron, but an offensive rebound. Clark gets the dish as Jaden Perkins came up with the basketball. Now Clark fouled way out high by Kyle Smith. That will be his 4th. And Jeremiah Clark to the line. I mentioned it coming in 63% as a team free throw shooting wise. Lower than the Bobcats' average of 67, and the first free throw by Jeremiah Clark is no good. Second one is no good, but Moore gets a rebound. Kyle Smith takes it away. Trapped in the near side corner. And I believe a foul's going to be issued on Hart. And no, it's Gianni Gary who picks it up. Would have been Hart's 5th of the night. And now a reach-in foul on the inbound play. It's going to be on Hart this time, so it was just delaying the inevitable, I guess, as Hart will pick up his 5th, and he is done for the night as Quentin Hart finishes with 3 points tonight. Jamison Niehaus at the line for 2. Misses the first free throw off the back of the iron. His first trip of the night. An 83% free throw shooter. Through the first 7 games of the season, and the second one is no good as well. Gary got the clear out, and he's fouled. 2 free throws coming. Foul issued on Zane Moore, his second. Gary puts his hands on his head. He is now 0 for 5 at the stripe tonight. The rim has not been kind to either squad here tonight. Don't just say it that way. Second free throw is good, especially Moore. A couple missed dunks here tonight. Niehaus finds Gersma open. Far side corner. 3 is good. Gets it down to 7, and now a travel in the backcourt. We'll give it right back to the Bobcats as Gianni Gary takes a step. Boy, I tell you what, all of a sudden, a little new life when you thought you were out of it here, but you get a bucket to go here. Kyle Smith catches it, pulls up left high post, and that shot is good for Kyle Smith. 49-44, and now the Trojans throw it away on the baseline. Looking back to pass and throw it out, and holy smokes. It is just a 5-point game right now. Inbound to Niehaus, left block. He's got to get it away. Here's Kyle Smith at the free throw line. Jumper, fade away, no good. Niehaus scrums for the rebound, can't get it, and he fouls the man who got the rebound in Gianni Gary. And it will send Gary to the line, who, that's exactly who the Bobcats want at the free throw stripe. Fourth foul of the night on Jamison Niehaus. Gary is 0 for 6. Now 1 of 7. And the second one pops out. Moore with the rebound put back, and that might finish it off. The shot is Moore with a late 2-point bucket after the Gary miss on the free throw will end it. 52-44 is our final. Bobcats show some fight late here tonight, but not enough to get over the hill against the Waterloo East Trojans. And the loss will drop the Bobcats to now 3-5. The win improves the Trojans' record to 3-4, as the Bobcats are now 1-2 in conference play. Trojans are 2-1. Coming up, the locker room report, all brought to you by Wells Fargo Advisors in Marshalltown. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is your local furniture store in Marshalltown, and they are proud to support Marshalltown Bobcat Athletics. If you need a new recliner to relax in, or perhaps a new dining set for the whole family, shop McGregor's. They also have a good selection of luxurious sectional sofas. Score the mattress of your dreams with an assist from the McGregor's friendly and knowledgeable staff. You'll be the household MVP when you bring home the winning selection from McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown. Open 7 days a week.
Your future starts now. Marshalltown Community College is now enrolling for spring classes. Whether you're pursuing a degree, certificate, transferring to a 4-year university, or just looking for a few credits, MCC has the program for you. Flexible schedules, affordable tuition, and expert faculty. Do you have a busy schedule but still looking to continue your education? Check out the online programs MCC has to offer. Earn your degree completely online. It's all here at MCC. Enroll today and start your journey to success. Visit mcc.iavalley.edu. The
KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown.
Well, the Bobcats come up short tonight, 52-44, the final score, as they drop to 3-5, and the Trojans move to 3-4 on the season. Bobcats kind of came alive a little too late here tonight. They only scored 6 points in the third quarter, which kind of did them in here tonight. Jamison Niehaus finishes with 4. 12 points for Drake Gersma tonight. Kyle Smith had 7 points in the first half, but ends up with 11 in the second half to finish with 18 on the evening. He had a big steal late, went in for the layup, and boy, really kind of got tight. It was just a 5-point game there near the end, but DeShondas Moore ended up putting in a bucket late to give it a bigger spread, as Lamar Johnson finishes with 3. 7 points tonight for Jacob Hayes. There's Jacob Hayes with one of his runners in the paint. Meanwhile, Keandre Owens, he finishes with 6 tonight. Quentin Hart fouls out. He finishes with 2 points tonight. DeShondas Moore had an interesting first half. He made a 3, but Lamar Johnson was all over him for the rest of that first half. But then Lamar got in some foul trouble, some inconsistency, and DeShondas Moore kind of turned it on a little bit more in the second half, as he finishes with 13 tonight. 4 for Jeremy Waters, 9 for Gianni Gary, and 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 11 points for Jeremiah Clark. And Deshaun Maynes finishes with 3, as he went 3 of 4 at the free throw stripe. That is our final stat line tonight, as again the Bobcats fall on the road 52-44. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back in our locker room report presented by Wells Fargo Advisors, we'll name our player of the game. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
You look forward to retirement as your time to relax. But now that it's here, turns out relaxation is overrated and you'd rather get back to work with an idea of your own. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement plans change course, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is sponsored by Sports Plus, sportsplusTherapy.com. Wayward Social, the place for bowling, games, food, and more. And Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown, helping you develop strategies for pursuing your financial goals.
Bobcats scored 19 points in the fourth quarter to try to come back and win here tonight, but come up on the wrong side of things. 52-44, our final score. Bobcats only scored 6 points in the third quarter. We'll talk to head coach Mike Apple coming up in our locker room report in just a little bit. Now time to name our player of the game, all brought to you by Opa Grill in Marshalltown. Greek and traditional favorites, all you have to say is Opa. And head coach Mike Apple said, I just ate there recently for the first time, and he was happy with his meals, so he enjoyed that. So be like Coach Apple and enjoy a meal today at Opa Grill. I know they have Mediterranean, but the Alfredo is definitely good there. So anyway, time to name our player of the game. Is Kyle Smith here tonight. He had 7 points at halftime, 11 points in the second half, and 9 of those 11 exclusively came in the fourth quarter. He had a steal, big 3 made, and finishes with 18 points here tonight. Kyle Smith our player of the game. Again, all brought to you by Opa Grill in Marshalltown. Kyle Smith receives a $25 gift certificate to Opa Grill in Marshalltown. This is the Locker Room Report. You're watching KFJB-TV.
What does OPA mean? OPA means joy, enthusiasm, and approval. And when you dine at Opa Grill in Marshalltown, you'll understand why. With their made-to-order pasta, soups, and salads made daily with the freshest ingredients. Favorites include chicken parmesan pan-fried to perfection, fresh and light chicken lemon rice soup, and their signature Opa salad topped with seasoned gyro meat. Opa Grill Family Restaurant in Marshalltown, where you can dine in or drive through. All you have to say is, Opa!
You planned and saved for your child to go to college, but medical school after graduation was a surprise. A happy, expensive surprise. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When opportunities surprise you, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
The KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown.
Welcome back to Waterloo East High School. Our postgame chat with head coach Mike Apple, all brought to you by Laurel Diesel Services, your locally owned qualified diesel mechanics. I don't know what it is, but this has really turned into a really good rivalry in the Iowa Lions Conference, and things always find a way to get a little chippy late here in Waterloo. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's two competitive teams that want to win, I think, and these games are always close, so that'll tend to happen sometimes.
Yeah, for sure. And your team only scored 6 points in the third quarter, but fire back with 19 in the fourth. What great effort there down the line to work yourself back to into a 5-point game. I mean, I'm sure you had to be almost thinking, how are we back into this game all of a sudden?
Yeah, give our guys a lot of credit there, not giving up. I mean, we kept fighting and found ways to get some easy baskets and score, and found a way to get back in it there a little bit. But yeah, that third quarter was a rough one for us. I mean, that was a little bit of a difference in the game there.
Yeah. DeShondas Moore, he only had 3 points at halftime. I thought Lamar, I know he's in some foul trouble, but did a pretty good job locking him up. And then when you got a little bit of foul trouble, that's when Moore was able to kind of exploit a few things. Being able to kind of manage that side of things, I'm sure is a little bit hard too.
It is. We have to have Lamar on the floor for us, and when he gets in foul trouble like that, it makes it really tough for us, just because he is our best defender. And is very versatile and does a lot of good things for us. So having him early foul trouble, Kyle got in early foul trouble. We had to go to our bench a little bit earlier, and ultimately their pressure really affected us tonight. We had a hard time with it. I mean, we had 18 turnovers, and they got a lot of easy baskets from that, to where if we can just control those and get a good look at it, every time, and get our defense set, that would have helped us out a lot. So a lot of things we need to learn from coming out of break here, but we got to be able to handle the pressure a lot better than we did tonight. You
feel like that pressure was good to face here, especially knowing the team on Friday night in Ames is going to do probably the same exact thing?
Yeah, I mean that's the best defensive team in the state, based on points given up that they opponents score on them. So I mean they hold teams to 40-some points a game, 42 points a game, I think, right now. So I mean, they're very good defensively. There's not many breakdowns. They'll pressure us. I mean, we're going to have to be ready to handle that pressure and be able to execute and be able to reverse the ball and get in some things.
Thanks for the time tonight, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, that is head coach Mike Apple and our Laurel Diesel Services post-game chat right here on the Locker Room Report on KFJB-TV.
When Mike Overton moved to Laurel, Iowa, he had a vision to have a diesel repair shop that would support his growing family and passion for working on diesel engines. Being part of the East Marshall community means ensuring that farmers, truck drivers, and businesses run smoothly. With a large building and state-of-the-art equipment, Laurel Diesel Services is always up for a challenge. When your farm trucks, semis, or other diesel equipment requires maintenance or the occasional repair, take it to Laurel Diesel Services.
The KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown.
One final time at Waterloo East High School. Brandon Lewis with you here tonight. Thanks so much for joining us for our coverage of Bobcat Athletics. And let's see if we can find any final scores from around central Iowa as Cedar Falls takes down Waterloo West tonight, 79-54, as Cedar Rapids Kennedy is hanging on to a slim lead over Xavier as they approach the final here tonight. Also a final, Ankeny Downs, Ankeny Centennial 69-51. And last check of it, North was leading Atumwa 64-47. Waukee Northwest runs Urbandale out of the gym 82-40, the final there. Coming up, our next broadcast is on Friday night of Bobcat basketball, as tip-off will be at 6:15 in the girls' game, as we'll have coverage starting at 6 in a boys-girls doubleheader in the Highway 30 rivalry, as the Ames Little Cyclones welcomed in. We'll have Bobcat Live on Thursday night from 6 to 7. We'll talk basketball, bowling, band, and cheer as well coming up on Thursday. Hope to have you out there at Wayward Social on Thursday night. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to KFJB-TV and turn on those alerts to get upcoming game notifications. Thanks so much to our KFJB-TV crew here tonight. David Braga, our producer, Keith Stewart, Lakin Eastman on camera work. I'm Brandon Lewis. You have been watching Marshalltown Bobcat basketball right here on your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is made possible by Assured Partners, Greg Young of Marshalltown, Lennox Employees Credit Union, Marshalltown Area Chamber, Marshalltown Community College, The Gregors Furniture and Mattress, Sports Plus, Wayward Social, Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown, Marshalltown School District, Scooters of Marshalltown, State Farm, mtownproud.com.